Is paper versus plastic an important choice? Can more be done? So, the International Institute for Sustainable Development defines sustainable development as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. The objective of using more sustainable bags are to reduce microplastics, ocean pollution, hurt of ocean animals, damage to infrastructure, carbon pollution, water use, and the use of pesticides and other chemicals. Depending on your choice of bags, you could be contributing to one of the problems above. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, Americans go through hundreds of billions of plastic bags each year. The standard grocery store plastic bag is made from high-density polyethylene. Studies agree that plastic bags are the least costly and carry the smallest ecological footprint to produce. Still, there is no way around the fact that plastic is derived from petroleum. Petroleum is a finite resource, and it becomes increasingly limited. Obtaining it becomes increasingly damaging to the environment. Recycling plastic bags can be difficult. They often fly out of bins or cling to machinery. For these reasons, many cities do not accept them in municipal recycling streams. Some large grocery stores offer plastic bag recycling options on site. But unlike metal or glass, plastic can only be reincarnated a limited number of times before it is too costly to revive. Some people do reuse plastic bags, but plastic bags simply don't have the reusable potential of cloth or even paper bags. 75% of microplastics come from the breakdown of larger plastics such as plastic bags. While wastewater treatment plants can effectively remove a large number of the microplastics moving through them, a 2016 study determined that an average wastewater treatment plant still was releasing 4 million particles a day. Despite these high removal rates, in 2014, it was estimated that the ocean had approximately 270,000 tons of plastic floating around the surface. Once in oceans and waterways, fish and other aquatic organisms consume the bags. Once consumed, these small fish will be consumed by bigger predators, and the toxins from the plastic bags will infect the bigger fish as well. Eventually, these fish are eaten by humans. These toxins can be transferred to us as well. When not disposed of correctly, plastic bags can also end up in trees or floating around as litter. These bags can often get stuck in street drains, destroying infrastructure. Usually when we go to the grocery store and are given the choice between plastic and paper bags, people assume paper is the better option. However, compared to plastic bags, creating paper bags emits 51% more greenhouse gases, uses 4 times more water, generates 75% more air pollutants, and takes 2 times more energy to make. The fertilizers and other chemicals used in tree farming and the manufacturing of these bags contribute to acid rain and eutrophication of waterways. In addition to create these bags, forests have to be cut down. This is problematic in the sense that we need these carbon sinks to offset the impacts of climate change and preserve ecosystems. Paper bags are also much thicker than plastic bags, so less of them fit in transport trucks, etc. So they need more fuel to transport than plastic bags. After leaving the grocery store, paper bags are unlikely to be reused, even though they can be repurposed to bag lunches or collect trash. Paper bags tear easily and disintegrate when wet. Paper bags are much better to dispose of than their plastic counterparts because they are biodegradable and easy to recycle or compost. There are 2 types of reusable bags: reusable cotton bags and plastic reusable bags. To cultivate the cotton that goes into producing these bags, thousands of gallons of water are used per pound, and many pesticides and chemicals are used to grow and fix the cotton. Well, it is important to use reusable bags over disposable ones in order for the ecological footprint to equal the use of one disposable plastic bag. A cotton bag must be reused 131 times. Plastic reusable bags are the most sustainable option. These are less carbon intensive to produce than cotton bags. They are also much more durable than paper and plastic bags. Reusing these bags avoids constantly reproducing bags and deliver environmental gains through reductions in greenhouse gases, energy, water use, resource depletion, and litter. This graph shows how many times you need to use a bag to make it more environmentally friendly than a single-use plastic bag. Paper bags must be reused 3 times, which is unrealistic because of the likeliness of them tearing. Plastic reusable bags, or bags for life, must be used 4 times. Non-woven bags must be used 10 times, and cotton bags must be reused an astounding 131 times to be more friendly than a single-use plastic bag. So the pros and cons of bag bans. The pros is that they are environmentally friendly, they reduce food safety risk, they reduce ocean pollution, damage to infrastructure, and chemical pollution. However, the cons is that it is possible with bag bans to lose jobs in the plastic industry. Bag bans or taxes look very different across the world. According to the UN, 127 countries have now banned or taxed plastic bags. However, these bans have varying degrees of success and unintended consequences. For example, South Africa began requiring bags to be more durable and therefore pricier to discourage disposal in 2002. This resulted in a 90% decline in use. Later, a fee on plastic bags was introduced, resulting in plastic bag consumption at supermarket chains to be decreased by 90%. Following this period, this fee was reduced due to plastic industry pressure, leading to a rebound in the number of plastic bags issued, yielding an overall reduction of 44%. A plastic bag ban in Kenya has been successful, but not entirely successful. Millions of bags have been saved. However, the bans created bag cartels that smuggled illegal plastic bags from Uganda and Tanzania. In San Jose, California, legislation banning thin plastic bags and a 10-cent fee on paper bags led to an 89% reduction in the number of plastic bags winding up in the city's storm drains and reduced litter in rivers by 70%. The prevalence of reusable bags increased from 4% to 62%. In Delhi, India, attempted to raise the mandatory minimum thickness of bags. However, it was not effectively enforced. Fees decreased plastic bag use by 10%. A combination of intervention from environmental groups and fees decreased plastic bag usage from 88.8% to 57.1%. However, this ban in Delhi proves to be an example that blanket bans are not the best policy for developing countries that lack enforcement capacity and instead turn to fees, consumer awareness campaigns, and cashback plans. Dublin, Ireland instituted a very effective 15 € fee, reducing plastic bag usage by 94%. On the other hand, in Australia, after plastic grocery bags were banned, the sale of garbage bags increased by 120%. About 30% of the plastic bags that were eliminated by the ban came back in the form of thicker garbage bags, and cities that banned plastic bags saw a surge of use in paper bags, which resulted in 80 million pounds of extra paper trash per year. In D.C., the Anacostia River Cleanup and Protection Act of 2009, commonly known as the Bag Law, requires that district businesses that sell food or alcohol charge 5 cents for each paper and plastic bag distributed with any purchase. Revenue from these bags go to the Anacostia River Cleanup and Protection Fund to implement cleanup and educational initiatives. This was put in place in order to reduce the amount of trash in the Anacostia River because in 2009, plastic bags were the most common type of trash pollution in the river. 2 months after the ban went into effect, a survey found that 75% of residents reduced their disposable bag usage, and a majority of businesses reduced their disposable bag distribution by at least 50% as a result of the fee. There was also a 72% reduction in the number of bags found during its stream cleanup events. Substantial reductions of plastic bags have improved water quality and habitat of the Anacostia River, restoring it as a cultural and economic resource for district residents. Right now, in times of coronavirus, states are rethinking their bag bans. Some states, such as New Hampshire, have banned reusable bags completely, while other cities and states, such as Maine and Albuquerque, New Mexico, have temporarily stopped taxes on bags. This is happening primarily because of fears that the virus can survive on reusable bags coming from home, and that can be avoided with single-use bags from stores. However, this is controversial because some believe that this is just a scam created by plastic bag companies to raise revenue. How can we be sustainable? Well, going back to the initial definition of sustainability I addressed, to be sustainable, we have to stop the practices that are ruining the environment and put measures in place to ensure we don't continue that harm. We must clean up trash from oceans, rivers, and shorelines, but we also have to avoid putting this trash back into the oceans, rivers, and shorelines by using reusable bags. By doing these things, we can still meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Some garbologists believe that it's not your bag choice as much as what you do after you pick up that bag. The more you reuse it, the better it is. This brings us back to the initial question. Is paper versus plastic an important choice? Can more be done? Little actions are important. However, the choice between paper and plastic all comes down to how you use it. Are you going to reuse that bag? How is that bag being disposed of? Can more be done? Yeah. The most sustainable option when it comes to bags are using reusable bags made of plastic, not cotton. To stop our unsustainable bag use, bag bans by countries, states, or individual cities are essential in order to cut down the number of bags used. Still, current bags are putting us on the road to sustainability. Thank you.